Okay, this is better, y'all. All right, I know y'all like this nigga said he motherfucker back. This is Struggle Bear coming back to y'all with another review for Power. This time it's episode Power season 4, episode 2. Things will get worse. Things are going to get worse. Man, this is an episode that it was a good episode, but I mean, it starts off with, and I'm gonna get right into it in just a second, but I do want to just say this disclaimer to, this little thing to my people who have never seen me before. Watch my video. I mean, it might be a little vulgar. I might sit there and cuss a little bit much, but right now, I mean, I'm small. I mean, I don't do this just because I'm trying to become famous, and I'm not trying to do this because I'm trying to make any type of money. Because where I'm at in the totem pole, I'm surprised my subscribers who have subscribed with me even found me. But I'm glad that they did find me and they took a chance and they actually subscribed to me. And I love y'all to death. I do. I honestly and truly do. All the ones that y'all comment, I love y'all. Even the ones who don't comment, I thank you for sitting there viewing me and watching me and everything else. But let's get into this review. Now, I told y'all last review. Now, I know I'm a little bit behind, but the holiday I was on the road last week when that came on. I watched it, but then I was like, running the streets and everything when I went back home to visit. And then I got back home. I had training last week for me to work from home. So I know I'm late, but I'm going to give y'all 2 reviews tonight. Today. But, so it's going to start off with Keisha and coming over to Tommy, talking about, God damn it, Tommy, I thought you said I was safe because the feds just came over to Tasha's and they wonder if they come to my place. And she's just doing this, acting like she has a problem, like y'all did me wrong because y'all sit there. Keisha, if she could have found her way into that whole little circle of how Tasha lived, she would have went in there voluntarily. I mean, Tasha didn't even have to go that back door with her because she was no girl with no motherfucking morals. I mean, she seen how motherfucking Tasha was motherfucking living. She can go in there. What she just think? This money was just falling off of trees. She ain't. Now, don't mind this motherfucking dumbass motherfucker here cutting grass on motherfucking Sunday. I don't know where they do that shit at. But I don't have time to keep on stopping for his motherfucking ass. So if y'all hear this noise, I do apologize. Okay, so anyway, so Tommy calms her down. And then it goes to the team like John Mock and Mike, Sandoval and not Greg Sachs and Angela ain't motherfucking there yet, alright? So they sitting there talking about, well, let's just go ahead and throw her underneath the bus and put that out there front and foremost. So we can sit there and motherfucking, explain this and like we're just coming out being clean and we ain't trying to, disclose anything. And so John was like, hell motherfucking no, that won't play out well. And so then goes over to Proctor and James. And he said, you gotta tell him about our relationship. And he said, hell motherfucking no, nigga, that's gonna give you a motherfucking motive, bitch. And so they both start playing out these motherfucking scenarios of how it would go if he was on the motherfucking stand or she was on the motherfucking stand. And with them being first loves and that back and forth that they was motherfucking doing made both of them look like they could be. So now Angela comes to the meeting, but she's late. And she hears them talking about throwing her underneath the bus. And so she came up in the office, she said, well, I know you ain't thinking about putting me on the stand. He said, I got to think about every possibility that there is. So now, while they're in the meet, I'm going to skip some motherfuckers. I'm going to kind of pull it together with this meeting. So after the meeting, they was up in there and they was talking. Well, no, I'll get back to that. Okay, so basically, they both said it was a bad idea for him to be able to testify because for him, if he testified, it's going to give him motive. If she testifies, it's going to give her motive. So, take away from him, the spotlight being on him. So they kind of, went away from that. But there's one of these gangs, not gangs, but one of these territories that Tommy is sitting there supplying that are feeling like a little nervous or feeling, a little froggy since Ghost is in jail, that they want to go to this other group that has a connect and try to meet their connect and see what they make a presentation of what they can bring to the table. Well, the word on the street gets back to Julio. So Julio tells Tommy, and Tommy's like, oh, hell no, let me go ahead and handle this. And Julio's like, no, let me handle this. You got too much going on. That's what I'm here for. That's what you, you got me as a distro or whatever. I'm gonna handle this. And he said, look, You gonna handle it like you me, right? Because we can't have that motherfucking shit. It's all about motherfucking loyalty. He said, I got this. So we got Ghost in jail. And Dre. Okay, before then, there's Dre. And motherfucking dumbass motherfucking goddamn Dre. Dre is one of the most stupidest. Dre's gonna end up being killed, y'all. Because I don't know what makes Dre think he's smarter than Kanan and that he's smarter than motherfucking Ghost. Because if he was smarter than them, he wouldn't be this motherfucking being this bitch ass nigga from motherfucking Kanan. And then, and it's gonna all, because he's so fucking scared of Kanan, he's gonna end up doing anything Kanan tells him to do, which is then gonna expose him on the Ghost side, because those motherfuckers ain't motherfucking dumb. If you think that you can be able to fool both of them and that you gonna be able to motherfucking live, then nigga, won't you just take all the shit over? Won't you just run everything, since you Mr. Smart Ass and you know how to motherfucking do this and hold everything motherfucking down? Won't you just take it all over? And say, fuck these motherfuckers, they don't need to have none of them, and just take them all out. Because nigga, you a dumb bitch ass motherfucking nigga. You paying this motherfucker $50,000, $45,000 a week to not fucking fuck with Tyreek, and he still is fucking with motherfucking Tyreek. And then you will sit there and nigga, you just dumb. You just stupid, and you think you getting them fuck over, that you just keeping everybody status quo. Nigga, you gonna get caught up so motherfucking bad that and I don't want you to motherfucking necessarily get killed, because you do have a son. But nigga, you moving crazy. You moving too motherfucking crazy for my ass. And if I can peep out the motherfucking shit, and these motherfuckers, that's what they live and breathe, is this motherfucking goddamn game, then nigga, they gonna peep it out. You ain't smooth. And you trying to see how you can make up this motherfucking money that you want to give, since you ain't in charge of the club anymore. So you used to doing this pill thing, and you sitting there doing it through champagnes, where you having 2 bottles pulled out, and then but they only gonna give out 1 bottle, and then they gonna give out the matchbooks, which actually has the pills in it. Because those motherfucking white people up in that motherfucking club are getting fucked up. Those motherfuckers are buying bottle after bottle because they want to get fucked the fuck up. That's all they want to do. And that's why I don't like going to white clubs, for real. I don't like those motherfuckers, because they, especially those those hypo clubs or whatever. Those so those motherfuckers just be like, Anyway. So let's get back to Ghost. Ghost is sitting there eating his little tray or whatever. I guess he's down to just his biscuit. I don't know why he waited to the end to eat that motherfucking tray biscuit anyway. So this dude come up, and dude called him. That Tony Perez or whatever his name is, called him biscuit. But I gotta tell y'all the story first. So he come up to Ghost. He said, "Oh, Mr. Rich Man, you think you better than everybody else." He said, "Well, we ain't gonna take too kindly to that motherfucking shit." He said, "You know what? I'm hungry." And that biscuit, he snatched that biscuit up out of his hand. Ghost was like, "Okay, I remember what Proctor told me. And let me sit there and pull myself together on this motherfucking shit, because I want to take this motherfucker, put his head right in this fucking goddamn table." But he didn't lose his cool at all. So then dude said, "Oh, you look sweet too." He came to sit right next to him and put his hand up on his shoulder and was getting ready to go down. Ghost took that motherfucking hand and snapped that motherfucking wrist, bitch. I tell you good and well, I thought that motherfucker, he broke that motherfucker, because you heard it. And then Tony goes like, "Biscuit, won't you go on somewhere?" And Biscuit, being the bitch that he is, and he's supposed to be this hard-ass nigga, was going to sit there and turn Ghost out. He going to listen to the white man, because the white man has this motherfucking pull. Now, the white man seen how Ghost handled him. And so he has this look on his face, like, who is this motherfucking nigga right here? And I'm like, oh shit, what's getting ready to happen right here? Is he getting ready to have his back? Are they getting ready to work together? I had a little spoiler alert that they gonna have a little beef, but I haven't seen that in the show yet. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So then Proctor's ass goes on motherfucking TV. Talk about they got his client illegally detained, and he's a businessman with 3 kids at home, and he can't even get any bail, and blah blah blah. And so Sachs and Mike and Johnson is saying, "Oh hell no, he gonna use the race card. How he gonna use the race card? And none of us is white." Well, Zach said, well, let me just tell you, I'm white, and I don't sit there and feel that way about black folks. And they like, want to say, bitch, shut the fuck up right now. We don't give a fuck about you. So he said, well, we should get a gag order. And he said, well, no, this judge probably ain't going to give us one, but they tried their hand anyway. And that judge said, look, John, you done been out there showboating many a times in front of the fucking cameras, and you ain't going to use me as a pawn for y'all's little ping pong back and forth throughout this whole trial, and I'm not a good. So there will be no gag order. I mean he can get in front of the cameras. If you're going to have to play catch up. And so they lost that thing. So now we back with Tasha. Tasha and the kids. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. Tyreek, I don't know when he decided that he wanted to have this mean mug and this motherfucking hardness to him. Nigga, you been a bitch since this motherfucking show came the fuck on. You been fucking clueless and don't know up from motherfucking down. And now all of a sudden you done met a man who tells you that him and your father was friends. Okay, so they were friends, so you gonna sit there and talk to him. And now the motherfucker's dogging your father saying he ain't motherfucking shit, he ain't worth a motherfucking dime. Nigga, you won't sit there. I know you fucking young, nigga. But now where's this motherfucking hardness in you? Where you just like leaning back and where all of a sudden you like this problem child where you skipping who in the fuck does? Where did you come from? And why the fuck are you so fucking dumb, man, that you can't be, if you gonna be smart about the motherfucking shit and you are growing up and you gotta be at a different level, nigga, sit there and use your fucking head, nigga. Don't let this motherfucker Slim or who, you don't even know who in the fuck his motherfucking ass is. And you can't even tell your motherfucking mom about him, but him and your daddy used to be motherfucking friends. How in the fuck does that make any fucking goddamn sense? Nigga, he got you motherfucking, I understand it might be the excitement that you drinking or whatever. He trying to treat you like a motherfucking adult. But nigga, kind of figure the shit out. I don't give a fuck. Somebody in the comments thinks that he might be one of the people. I don't want to wish a death on a child at all. Especially, like in Love and Hip Hop, I didn't want little Q to sit there and get killed. I felt heartbroken, even though I thought he was the worst actor. He could have been a better actor in the world. I thought he was the worst thing, but I didn't want to see him get killed. And I don't necessarily want to see, but I know his motherfucking character went from being naive to being still dumb and naive and trying to have this hardness, and it just don't fit his fucking goddamn character at all. And so Tasha's sitting there taking this course and said, look, I don't care what anybody says about your daddy and them, but he loves you and he's innocent or whatever. He's like, oh, he probably did it. And so I'm like, so Tasha get up and takes him to school, and she said, whatever, you gotta stop being so hard on your father. And then she was like, your father has some bad friends. And she said, and one of them name was Kanan. Have you ever talked about Kanan? And he was like, no, he don't even try. He didn't want to inquire about who this Kanan person was or not. And Kanan is motherfucking goddamn Slim. And so I'm like, so she sees one of the photographers, the paparazzi was only one. I ain't gonna say paparazzi because there's only one, but that's what it was, taking the pictures. She gets out the motherfucking car, being the gangster bitch that she is, and I love me some motherfucking Tasha, because she's ride or die for her fucking family all day, every day. I hate the fact that Ghost stepped out on her and fucked up all this shit for that motherfucking goddamn Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever, Latino, whatever she is, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe he just turned his life upside motherfucking down for that motherfucking hoe. And that bitch act like she Ghost and Angela are two peas in a motherfucking pod because they don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. And now Angela's sitting there, she's seeing all this shit that's getting ready to come down, and it's like, whoa. But now she done put all these, she got it in her head that Ghost did it. I don't give a fuck what you think, Angela. I don't give a fuck. And I hope and pray when it comes out he's not the killer, that you two just leave. I know that would take away from the show if y'all ain't still going to be fucking around with each other. But please don't let that motherfucking shit happen. Let it be some other reason. Let it be some other. And I know that that's the whole storyline about this whole shit. But please, I'd rather the show go motherfucking off than keep on seeing y'all two fuck the fuck around, because that shit is starting to become sickening to me because this bitch has turned your whole entire life upside down. So then we got Tony, the mob boss, Tony. He goes, his wife is visiting. And she's like, Tony, I'm not going, this is going to be my last time I'm going to be able to come here by myself. She said, because I'm just not feeling well. And the doctor said he can get me on that new trial, but he got to see the cash up front. I'm like, well, nigga, you a mob boss, and you didn't have no motherfucking insurance on your motherfucking wife? What type of shit was this? Was your whole entire life you was just paying for any medical expenses just out your motherfucking pocket? You never thought about, because it's too late to get the insurance right now. Because she probably has cancer, and you know that they're gonna go off your record that if you already have it. But what in the fuck? How do you get to that point where you're so motherfucking rich that you don't have no health insurance for your wife? You don't have to be no legitimate. First of all, if you live in your life and live in that type of way, you gotta have some type of legitimate business. So why in the fuck don't you have no health insurance for your fucking wife? So he's trying to come up with this money for this motherfucking drug for the cancer. Now y'all know I'm a survivor right now. Y'all know. So I mean, if she going through it, I'm feeling for him by any means necessary. So now he's like, well, baby, the money didn't come through like I thought it was gonna come through. And so she was like, well, I know. She said, I wish I would have had your kid. He said, I'm tired of you sitting there saying that. Fuck that, it gets on my nerves. She said, but at least they could be out here taking care of me. He said, don't worry, I'm going to get you the money. So now his head is clicking on how I can get this money. So now he has his boy run a check on James St. Patrick. And then he comes back, they come back and report back to him, he's a club owner, but he used to run the streets with his Tommy Egan, and they used to work with this supplier named Ghost, but he don't know he's Ghost, but he, in the back of his head, I think he's saying, that nigga might be motherfucking Ghost. So, but at this point, I don't know what's really going on in his mind. Now, I told y'all they didn't get the gag order. So now they say, we need some more evidence. We need to find that weapon. We need to do something to be able to tie. We got the fingerprint. We got the DNA. But we got to definitely get something else that's going to draw this in closer. So we can sit there and get past this whole race thing that Proctor's trying to do. So what does motherfucking Mike Sandoval does? They go search the motherfucking club. Now that motherfucking nigga is psycho. You know what? If you just see his face as he's walking through all blind, if you just look at him as he's going through, and it's like, nigga, you look motherfucking goddamn guilty. Why doesn't nobody even suspect your motherfucking bitch ass? And so they find him. So he plants the gun, and they find the gun. Well, and then Tommy's gonna sit there and he's getting heat from his motherfucking partner Peter about the people from Chicago are still feeling a little leery. So he's trying to calm him down. But those two black guys that went with Julio is sitting out in the lobby, and he said, what happened to your eye? And he said, old motherfucking dudes got one off on me. He said, Julio didn't do nothing? He said, nah, but the other dude sit there, told him to calm the fuck down. He said, he did it, not Julio? Y'all already know how that motherfucking shit went down. Now, see, I didn't want this to be a spoiler alert at all. So when I started off the video, I said I knew Tasha them was going to motherfucking smash. Well, Tommy sitting there, end of the day, whatever. And he's like, shit, fuck it, let me go ahead and check on Tasha. He already knew what was up in his motherfucking head. Tasha opened up the motherfucking door with her motherfucking little skimpy outfit on, talking about, hey, what you doing here? He said, I just came to check up on you. Is it okay if I come in? She said, sure. So she walk off with that motherfucking whole ass motherfucker walk like, bitch, you want some of this motherfucking get shit right motherfucker here? I said, it's about to go down. It's about to motherfucking go down, nigga. God damn it. I'm ready. So he up in there. He said, well, where your son at? She said, he over his cousin's house. Now, it's just always convenient. This pictures with these motherfucking kids don't never have the motherfucking kids with them. And so, he over at his cousin's house. And so, he was like, He came up here, he said, you ever played in the snow? And she said, you ever played with chocolate? Next thing you know, she said, well, what about Holly? Because I see that nickel. He said, no, Holly's long gone. I got rid of her. And that motherfucker put her up on that motherfucking goddamn counter. Motherfucking fucked the motherfucking shit out that motherfucking bitch. I said, jackpot, I knew that motherfucking shit was gonna motherfucking happen. I called the motherfucking shit. I called it. So now that so that was the good thing about this episode. I had to wait for 2 or 3 episodes for that motherfucking shit. Cause I said it the last time when that bitch motherfucker said she wasn't going nowhere. I said, oh no, that bitch done got comfortable around motherfucking Tommy's ass. I think that bitch motherfucking wants him. And I mean she didn't know he was coming over there. But that bitch just happened to have on that motherfucking goddamn outfit. So it wasn't like she was expecting him or he called and said I'm on my motherfucking way. I don't know if he did or didn't, but he didn't do it on the show. So, but he motherfucking smashed that motherfucking goddamn shit, and I was like, oh, all right, bitch, you got some of that motherfucking white chocolate for real, cause that motherfucker, I already know that motherfucker from that first episode. That motherfucker, nigga, he was fucking them bitches motherfucking left and motherfucking right, bitch. Making them say, ooh, 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 wee. So, you gotta make this quick. So John and them, now that they got the gun, want to quickly sit there and get go in front of the grand jury to get an indictment, which they end up getting the indictment because they have all the 3 things that they needed: the gun, the gun, the fingerprint, and the DNA. So they got the indictment. I told you Tommy wasn't going to let that motherfucker go for what he did to his man. And so he sit there and he goes and calls the dude out there. No, the dude sitting there smoking a blunt thinking he gonna Gary blow the smoke out the motherfucking window. Tommy got the motherfucking gun in his face. He said, Tommy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. He's like, nigga, yeah, get the fuck out and run. I'm gonna give you a motherfucking chance. So the motherfucker said, he was just standing there. He said, nigga, what the fuck I tell you? Run, get your run. He gets in his motherfucking car and starts chasing him. And coming right up on him and then slowing down and pulling close to him until he motherfucking ran that motherfucker over. And then he backed up on top of his leg. He said, ooh, are you okay? So he said, if you ever disrespect something, and he made sure he didn't sit there and kill him because he wanted them to know, motherfucker, he gonna go back and say this motherfucking happened to me because of what I did to Tommy's motherfucking goddamn man, and don't go against motherfucking Tommy because either there's gonna be a motherfucking war or there's not. But Tommy didn't give a fuck. He was gonna put his stamp on the motherfucking shit and do that shit. And I was like, well, that's the way to motherfucking do it. So. Okay, so to make a long story short, y'all, because I got to get ready to wrap this up. I only have so much time to do this video. Because of the gun and all the evidence that they had, they got approved for the death penalty. So James is informed by Proctor, and then he informs Tasha. And Tommy's sitting there doing his little workout and gives him a call from the jail. He said, I need you to do me a favor, bruh. He said, I need you to take care of my family. Now, you know they can't really talk on the fucking phone because those phone calls are recorded. And these niggas are not dumbass motherfucking niggas, so they're not going to say anything on the motherfucking goddamn phone. But, yeah, I mean, this was a good episode. And I look forward to sitting there and bringing y'all the review for the next one. Talk to you soon. Please subscribe if you have not done so. And I look forward to my subscribers. I love y'all so much. And I will talk to y'all soon.